Brother, before we go anywhere tonight, I need you to hear something. Not a verse, not a principle, just the truth. Plain, the way a father would say it to his son across a kitchen table at midnight. It is Sunday night, the lights are off. You are on your knees by the side of your bed and you are praying for her again. But you are praying carefully this time. You are adding the disclaimers. Lord, only if it's your will. Lord, I don't want to want this more than I want you. Lord, I surrender this to you. And there is a part of you that is hoping if you phrase it the right way, God won't notice how much you actually want this. Hear me, son. He notices. He has been noticing since before you were born. He is not waiting for you to get the wording right. He is waiting for you to stop hiding from him about it. And then there was last month, your friend's wedding. You wore the suit, you smiled in the photos, you hugged him and told him she was amazing, that you were so happy for him and you meant it. Every word. And you cried in the car on the way home, not because you weren't happy for him, because you were tired of being happy for everyone else. And then hear me on this. You got home and the first thing you did was apologize to God for the tears, because somewhere along the way, somebody told you that crying at a wedding meant you weren't content, that the wanting was the problem. Stop. Those tears were not a sin. They were evidence that God built you for covenant. He is not mad at them. He is working in them. You have been praying for a wife, and lately you have been praying for her like you are sneaking it past God, dressing the want up with enough qualifiers that he won't notice how deep it goes. And those prayers are not wrong, but somewhere between the wanting and the whispering, you started to believe that the desire itself is something God needs to forgive you for. Stop apologizing for wanting a wife. Psalm 139 says, O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You discern my thoughts from afar. That word, discern, God isn't catching your prayers off guard. He didn't find out what you wanted when you finally said it out loud at 11 p.m. in your apartment. He named the desire in you before you felt it. He is the one who put it there. So when you whisper it to him in the dark, you are not telling him something he didn't know. You are finally catching up to what he has been watching the whole time. He knows. He has always known. Now hear me carefully on what comes next, because this is the part where men go wrong. The moment a man hears God knows what you want, there are two things he can do with it. He can hear it as a promise. He can walk out of this room thinking, God owes him a wife now. Delight in the Lord and he gives you the desires of your heart, right? I've been delighting. Where is she? No, son. Read that verse again. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. That is not God delivering your shopping list. That is God getting inside the wanting and editing it. He becomes the architect of your appetite. Some of what you wanted at 22, he killed in you on purpose. Some of what you think you want right now, he is still rewriting. So he knows. And he is also not done with you yet. Let me take you to Genesis 29. Jacob meets Rachel at a well. The text says, he kissed her and lifted up his voice and wept. That is how hard she hit him. He goes to her father Laban and says, I will serve you 7 years for your daughter Rachel. 7 years. And then comes the verse I want you to sit with. Verse 20. So Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed to him but a few days because of the love he had for her. Most men read that verse sentimentally. They miss what is actually happening. Jacob's wanting did not make him passive. It did not make him weak. It made him work. The desire was not the enemy of the formation. The desire was the fuel of it. He wanted her, and that wanting put him in the field for 7 years, building the man who could carry covenant. And here is the second thing about Jacob. He was not a finished man when he met Rachel. He was a deceiver. He had stolen his brother's blessing. He was running from his own family. The 7 years and the 7 more he had to serve when Laban swapped Leah for Rachel on the wedding night. Those years did not just get him Rachel. They got him through his own becoming. By the time you see Jacob next in that story, he is wrestling with God at Peniel, and his name gets changed to Israel. The man who married Rachel was not the same man who first kissed her at the well. The wanting put him in the field. The field made the man. That is what God is doing in you. You think He is withholding her. He is not withholding her, son. He is finishing you. He is not stalling. He is working. And the work is not negotiable, because the man you are tonight, sitting in this room, is not yet the man your future wife needs you to be. I am not saying that to shame you. I am saying it because you already know it. You know there are things in you that marriage will not survive. You know there are habits you can hide as a single man that will bleed into a covenant. You know there are versions of you that have to die before another human being can safely bind their life to yours. That is the field, son. That is where you are right now. Let me name 4 things God is building in the waiting. The first is self-government. Can you say no to yourself? Not in front of people, alone, in the dark, when no one would know. Because Proverbs 25-28 says, "A man without self-control is like a city broken down without walls." You bring an ungoverned man into a marriage, and you do not make a husband. You make a wound that walks around wearing a wedding ring. The second is financial integrity, not wealth, faithfulness with what you have. Genesis 2:15 says Adam was placed in the garden to work it and keep it before Eve ever arrived. The work came first. The keeping came first, then the helper. You do not get the helper without the work. The third is spiritual depth, not church attendance, root depth. Because the woman you are praying for, if she is what you say you want, she has a relationship with God of her own. She does not need you to introduce her to a faith she is already living. She needs a man who has wrestled with God Himself, who has been in the dark places with Him, who limps a little because of what happened at Peniel. Are you wrestling, brother, or are you just waiting? The fourth is the hardest. It is the death of the version of you that will not survive marriage. Every man has one. The version who watches what he should not watch. The version who hides things from people who love him. The version who is one private habit away from blowing up a family that does not exist yet. Marriage does not kill that version of you. Marriage exposes him. The field is where he has to die, now, before she arrives. Because the version of you that needs to go is not the man she is praying for. He is the man she is praying against. Now let me show you what the field actually looks like. Genesis 24. Isaac. Older story than Jacob's, quieter. Abraham sends his servant to find a wife for Isaac. The servant goes. He finds Rebekah. He brings her back. And here is the verse. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field toward evening. And he lifted up his eyes and saw. And behold, there were camels coming. Camels coming. That is her. But look at where Isaac was when she arrived. In the field, meditating, not pacing at home, not on the road searching, not refreshing anything. End quote. He was in the field, with God, doing the slow interior work of a man who knows how to be alone with the Almighty. And while he was in the field, the camels came. She does not arrive at the couch, son. She arrives at the field. The man doing the work of becoming when she shows up is the man who can receive her without breaking her. The man still on the couch when she shows up will use her to fix what only the field could heal. I cannot promise you camels tonight. I will not tell you when, but I can tell you where you need to be when they come. In the field, doing the work. And before you go, hear me on one more thing. If you are listening to this and you have already failed, already blown it up, already crossed the line you swore you wouldn't, already lost something you cannot get back, the field is still open. Grace does not wait for a clean man. It meets you in the dirt and tells you to start planting again. And if what you are carrying is heavier than discipline alone can reach a real addiction, a real wound, something done to you or something you have done, find a pastor, a counselor, a brother. This message is pastoral. It is not clinical. Get the help God put in human hands for you. You are not forgotten. You are not failing. You are not behind. You are in the field. And the field is where God does His finest work. He knows you want her. He is not embarrassed by the prayer. He is not making you wait to punish you for wanting it too much. He is making you wait because He loves you enough to finish the man before He sends the wife. And He loves her wherever she is tonight. He loves her enough to not hand her to a half-built man with your face on him. So get up tomorrow. Go to your field. Do the work. Stop apologizing for the want. Use it. Let it put you in the field for 7 years, if it has to. And when the camels come, son, hear me. If it is His will, the camels will come, you will lift up your eyes, and you will already be the man she was looking for. He knows. He is not done. Don't waste the waiting. If this word found you tonight, type in the comments, I'm going to the field, not for me. Say it, because you need to hear yourself say it out loud. And if this message strengthened you, remember to like, subscribe, and share so other men can be sharpened by the Word of God.